law. Tryna keep a nigga at the bottom, but I'ma make it to the top.
You already know what it is, man. It's Just Said with No.Limit.Society, where we bring entertainment and the news all in one and we react to it the right way. You dig? And tonight, man, we got a crazy story. Crazy story. But before we get to it, man, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. In the comments, put down some videos that y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all want some commentary too, the right way. And we're gonna crank it in, bro. I hope y'all ready.
New story. Yeah, let's get to it. Story time. How my landlord was fucking my ex. Yeah, I said it. I caught my ex fucking my landlord.
Hold on. Did bro just say he called his landlord fucking his ex? That's some wild shit. By the way, y'all don't see his face, but y'all gonna see, hear his voice tonight. We got A Monty in the building. If y'all in the 757 area, y'all make sure y'all tap into A Studios, man. Get y'all's recording done, interviews done the right way. But before we get started, bro, Lord have mercy. This is gonna be crazy.
Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a little background of this whole situation. Then we gonna fast forward. I'm gonna be fast for y'all. So this was my second girlfriend and my first crib. Matter of fact, this was our first crib together. I just had finished high school. I met her at a family gathering, and ever since then, we couldn't just get away from each other. We was together for 3 years. The last 2 years, we was living together. One of the years, we was staying at a family's house together. And our last year was our first crib and our first year living together. She was a pretty girl. She had a head on her shoulders. She was smart. She was going to school for law, going to college for law. Me, after I got out of high school, I wasn't really feeling the college thing. So I went off and started getting local jobs. But I was getting good income. I had ended up getting my forklift certificate and all that. So I was making some good.
So basically, he was working in a warehouse. Let's come on, bro. Just be honest with your people, bro. We get it, bro. You was working in a warehouse. Ed done it. Mont done it. We all worked in a warehouse every now and then. We get it. You know what I'm saying? We get it. It's okay. Be proud of your forklift certificate. You know what I'm saying? He already starting this story crazy because I'm just like, yo, bro, she going to school for law. She going to college for law. And you thought she was about to be faithful? Where they do that at?
Good money at certain jobs. Like, they were, bust your ass jobs, but I was making some good money. So fast forward. We was living at our mother's house before we actually moved into this apartment. We ended up saving up enough money to actually get this apartment. We went apartment searching in certain areas, but we didn't really like what we seen. So we, it was how apartment searching get a little bit rough sometimes. So she notified me one day. She's like, hey, look, I found a apartment for us. It's nice and beautiful. You should check it out. So I go and look at the pictures before we actually go to the viewing. I like what I see. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I really like what I see. So I'm like, of course, let's go to the viewing. Who's like the property manager or like the realtor or the landlord? So she says this guy's name. So the landlord name was James. She said his full name, but we just gonna call him James. So I'm like, wow, that name sounds familiar. It couldn't really register in my head at the time. You get what I'm saying? So then, boom, it finally did. I'm like, oh, that's the guy that be, I be seeing him on your social media, and y'all to be interacting. I didn't know he owned homes. So she's like, yeah, he just got into it. He just became a realtor, bought a home, and now he wants to start having tenants in this home. So I'm like, awesome, great. Time to get the fuck out your mom's house. That's how I was really feeling. So I'm like, cool, let's go view it. So fast forward, we liked the apartment, we viewed it and all. Everything went great. We actually moved in. We gave him all the requirements that was required to move into the apartment, the security deposits and all that. And our first month come. Now, let me take us back a little bit. Before we actually moved into this apartment, I actually paid everything for the apartment. And I'm talking about like the security deposit. I actually wanted her to save her money and I knew the money that I was making. I knew she was going to school and stuff. So that was like my little gift for us as we moved into this apartment. I took care of the security deposit and all that. When we went to this apartment, it was an open house type of apartment. He left it open for us, so I still never really got to meet him. You get what I'm saying? When it was time for us to pay him, I still never met him. And I kind of told her about it. I'm like, listen, James, I would like to meet him. Just to meet him because he about to be our...
First and foremost, everybody know if a motherfucking name is James, he a hoe. Let's just put that out there. James has been in biblical stories as being a hoe. He's been the name has just been across the cosmos as being a hoe. First mistake. Second mistake is you bragging too much on the security deposit. That come on, bro. We get it. You put your little bread up for your apartment, but you didn't show face as a man. So me personally, I'm taking it as either your credit wasn't good, or you really didn't find anything. You just gave her the bread. She said, "Hey, babe, let me get this place," and you came up with the bread you could. I don't know, man. It's a little iffy so far. He iffy.
Our landlord, so I'll give him the money. At that time, this is why I'm telling you why I couldn't meet him. She's like, no, I got it. I'm gonna give him the money, and then we go forth from there. He'll probably come and see us when we move in. Great, do what you gotta do. I know you trust this guy. Fuck it, I'm gonna trust him. Cause again, I'm happy to get the fuck out of her mom's house. So the first month went well. Everything is going good. We just living our life as a couple. Everything, everything. I know how relationships be. We just living our life. Second month comes. It's time to pay the rent. So the way James wanted to be paid, he didn't really matter. As long as it was like on file. So if we paid him cash, I had to come through a money order, or we had to do something like Zelle, which was great. You feel me? So I'm at the check casher place. I'm getting him a money order. My girl, she's at school, because remember I told you she was going to school for law. You feel what I'm saying? So she was going to college for that. So James never really came that first month. But today he came. You get what I'm saying? So I called my girl. I'm like, hey, let James know that I'm at the house. He could come and pick up this money order. So she's like, all right, I'll shoot him a text. So this is my first time meeting James. She ends up shooting a text. James says he'll arrive at a certain time. I was at the house for that certain time. James comes over. So our first encounter at the driveway, it was really like, it wasn't no red flags there. It was just like, nice to meet you. It's finally nice to meet you. Shook hands, and we began to walk into the crib. I had the money order sitting on the kitchen counter, so I'm like, James, come in, because I want to meet him. I want to not build like some type of bond with him, but I want to make sure like we cool, because he know I'm staying there.
So for the rest of this video, James is no longer James. James is Jody. You trying to shake Jody's hand, and he ain't going, because he already been in the crib. Let's be real. He already been in the crib. That's why he don't want to step in, because it smells like his children. You know what I'm saying? That's number one.
You know what I'm saying? I'm with my girl. Like, when you got a landlord or something, you at least want to try to be on good terms or evil level with them. You get what I'm saying? So you want like a mutual friendly relationship with them. So, I invited him into the crib. I invited him into the kitchen. So we started chatting. So I'm asking him about his background, about his life. I'm trying to figure out, just little small things. I'm being nosy about certain things, like how he got the house and all that. Where he's from, just where did he come up with this type of money? What did he do? But what did he do before he decided to get into owning homes and renting them out? You get what I'm saying? This nigga James, he not really even like worried about my background. He already saying he know much about me. My girl told him a lot about me. And he just basically asking like about our relationship and how we're doing in the crib. At that time, I ain't really take it as a red flag neither. I'm just like, maybe he just wants to know what goes on in his house. You know what I'm saying? Like where he rents. I know he's more familiar with my girl. I'm cool. Mind you, I'm not an insecure man, so that wasn't even in my head. You get what I'm saying? But I did find one of his compliments that he said about my girl a little bit too high. He's like, man, your girlfriend's beautiful. Like, you a lucky man. I would die to have a girl like her. So I just felt like, you feel me, on a professional level, he should have kept the compliment a little, you get what I'm saying, a little less than what was said right there, which is, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not an insecure guy. So I really didn't care. You get what I'm saying? So everything went well. We ended up paying them. Let's fast forward. We on our like 4th or 5th month at the crib. And I'm not going to lie. These last 4 or 5 months, they've been good, more on a good scale. But the last 2 months, been a little shaky. You get what I'm saying? My girl had some time off in college during these last 4 or 5 months. But the last, I say, month and a half, she's been back to college. And things have been rough. You know how to go when you try to balance college and everything into your normal life. Me, during the last 2-3 months, I picked up extra hours at my job. Because this is a bust your ass type of job. So I'm working like 80 hours a week. Damn near at least. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm working so much hours. So things just ain't going good. You know, we arguing about what normal people argue about in a relationship. Just up and down things. You know, you start getting a little bit aggravated at your partner for certain things. You know, y'all just know how that shit go. Yeah, I need some more water. But hey, stay tuned for part 2. How I caught my ex cheating with my landlord.
So first and foremost, by this being a part 1, I'll give it to what it is, bruh. I get your story, bro. But get to the juicy part, cause off rip. Let's be real. Your girl in law school, y'all was living with her mama. You know what I'm saying? You working 80 hours a week. You not home. You not giving her no type of time, no quality, or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? She's talking to the landlord. First you said it was an apartment. Now you say it's like a renter home or a town home. I'm gonna say it's a town home because that's what it kind of sounds like. She's doing all the business or whatever. She didn't pillow talk to the dude and told him all your business, who you are and what type of man you are, whatever like that. And then he didn't compliment it on the bitch. He didn't compliment it and say, "Oh, I would do anything to have a pretty lady like her." Come on, G, keep it P, bro. Keep it P. You gotta know that something ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into the part 2 just for the simple fact because I gotta hear what this man got to say. But man, this is not going good at all, bro. Because guess what? If she already fucking the landlord, I guarantee she's smashing the dudes at school. They already gonna be making more money than you. You working 80, well, they working like 40, maybe 30, and making triple that you making. You can say, "Oh, I'm not insecure all you want." You will be when they gotta go on trips out of town and she gone for a week and her phone goes on do not disturb after 8 p.m. You gonna be real insecure. You can say that all you want, man. But till next time, man. Y'all check out for part 2 because we coming with it.